There we go, soul bond.
Let's get this ult, let's get this ult.
Ah.
Is that our Sandy ult up?
Yeah.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Yeah, that's caught that. Go. Four of us. Go. Yo, holy crap, dude. Wait, it's actually not over yet. It's not over.
You better clip that.
I gotta use that. Oh, man. Adam Warlock. I even wanted to talk about this guy. Like, I'm actually so excited. I mean, just look at him. He's got the muscles, the cool staff, the ladies, the butt plug. Okay, but before we start, I need you guys to understand that Adam is not like other supports. Obviously, yes, he can heal, bring people back to life, single-handedly win games, and essentially be the GOAT. But you need to understand that he can also provide an insane offensive touch. For example,
Tremble before fast!
I'm trying, Kian, I'm sorry.
that's all good. I am actually the GOAT. I've never once doubted myself. Also, Adam is difficult. At first, at least. He requires very good game IQ, as you have to make a lot of split-second decisions in order to play him well. You have to know how to position yourself, where to position yourself, tactics to prevent dive, where to soul bond, wall healing, one-shot positioning is key, wall healing, play that okay, look, there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to playing Adam, but trust me, it really is worth it, as once you figure him out, he becomes one of the most satisfying characters in the game. Alright, to start, let's go over his basics. Adam has 250 base health, 3 abilities, and a primary and secondary fire. His first ability is titled Avatar Lifestream, which provides burst healing to teammates within its range. It's an ability that can really take a minute to understand how to use effectively, but it really is one of the best heal options in the game. His next ability is Soul Bond, which connects all users affected by it and shares the damage between them. This ability is used to counter ults, make pushes, or just keep your team alive in clutch situations. And finally, Adam's best ability, Soaring Surge. It grants Adam about like 5 seconds of flight, allowing him to go any direction really quickly. Yeah, this ability may not seem like much, but it is what single-handedly turned Adam from a C tier hero into an S tier one. It's just so good. Of course, there's also his damaging abilities and his respawn ability and but I'll talk about those more in depth when I get to those sections. But How do I become good at Adam Warlock? All I want is to become as good as the hit YouTuber Key and CLD. So rich and so handsome. Guess I'll never know.
Our child,
What? Who?
we perceive thy yearning to become the world's most perfect being. Is this the truth we speak?
Yes, more than anything in the world.
Then let us bestow upon thee our fount of knowledge, so that thou may become perfection.
Positioning and survivability. This is arguably the most important part of Adam as a whole. Once you understand how to position yourself, your survivability will increase tenfold, enabling you to basically never die. Okay, so like I said earlier, you are an off healer. I'll get more in the depth of how that relates to Adam in the healing section, but in regard to his positioning, it does play a role. You have 2 areas you want to always try and be in. Either A, right next to the other healer, or B, on an off angle with the other healer still in sight. You always want to be able to be near the other healers. It keeps yourself alive longer and allows you to spread your heals out even more. When it comes to choosing what to do, you have to play it by the situation in front of you. Basically, if your team is taking a lot of damage, the other healers are getting picked off, and you're not getting picks, just play in the backline. Adam, as I'll demonstrate later, is an anti-dive hero of sorts and can really help with your team's bottom line if it just isn't holding. Now, for option B, it's basically the opposite. If your other healers are doing a solid job sustaining your front line, play on off angles. It allows you to basically play a poke class who happens to be able to heal. Another really good general tip I can give you, and it's basically the TLDR of his entire positioning thing, don't be a focal point. Now, look, I know that may seem obvious, but trust me, it really works. Look at this clip, for example. I realize that we're not going to win this team fight, so I fly off to the side. This puts me in an optimal position for a safe ultimate, and because I pop my ult, and everyone is horrified of the 4 teammates I just brought back, I'm able to stay up top here with no one focusing on me. This is where Adam thrives. Being able to facilitate a fight from the sidelines by keeping your supports up and getting picks is the key to playing Adam Warlock. And, of course, the best tool in his kit for repositioning. Look, I don't know how many times I'm going to talk about this ability, but it is so useful, man. Back before Adam could fly in 6BF, he had to rely on his stubby little legs to move around. I mean, just ask this old Adam Warlock man himself.
Oh, you kids have it so easy. I remember back in my day where Adam was geriatric.
Okay, you want to use this flight for 2 things. The first one you're going to use a fair bit, and it's for quick repositioning. You can swiftly move between off angles, allowing you to more optimally get picks, heal your team, and be in advantageous situations. And the other option is for, oh, wow, that's a very long subscribe button. You know, maybe I should do it. Okay, anyways, the other option is for when you turn around and see 19 inches of venom appear behind your voluptuous backside! Yeah, option 2 is for getting the hell out of there. It is basically the get out of jail free card option. I really do recommend spending some time in the training area to learn how to optimally move around when flying, as unlocking its potential allows you to move around extremely well. And finally, there's the other very underrated Adam ability, his revive. Regenerative Cocoon allows Adam to die and immediately come back. It potentially puts your team in a really powerful position, essentially allowing for a 6 vs 6 plus 1 in certain situations. However, there definitely is an art to when you should come back to life and when you really shouldn't. You should come back to life if one of these 2 apply. 1, you can save the game with an ult. 2, you know for sure your team isn't going to lose this fight and or they actively need you. If your team really needs the extra heals and you have a safe space to come back, do it. The only time you shouldn't do it is if there's genuinely no point in coming back. If you have no ult and watch your whole team die in front of you, there's no reason to use it, and it's better to just save it for later. Alright, let's clear something up first because there is definitely a preconceived notion in regard to his healing that, Adam Warlock is not a bad healer. He's just a little different. Like I said earlier, he's part of the secondary healer group, but he's not quite like these 2. Mantis and Ultron provide pretty good secondary healing, Ultron with his drones which are good for dive, and Mantis with her, generational healing. Get it? It's because her healing's really slow. Where Adam differs from these 2 is the clutch ability of his healing. His healing is in short bursts, meaning he can heal people to full with the click of a button. Let me show you how his healing works because the intricacies of it are a little confusing at first. Alright, this is the heal chain. It represents the amount of heals going through and where they're going through. His heals shoot 3 bursts of healing, with each burst being anywhere from 50 to 90. Let's start off with the order. They go from person A to person B to person C, but the order in which they do differs depending on who has the lowest health. Your first burst goes to the person who you started the local heal chain on, then the next person with the lowest amount of health, and then the next person with the lowest amount of health. This is what I meant by the clutch ability of his healing. Adam's healing prioritizes low health targets and can save them from death in an instant. The chain can also be 2 people, or even 1. It will bounce those bursts of healing through one another until all 3 have been used up. This means Adam can potentially give a tank 600 HP with 2 clicks of a button just like that. One extra tip I can give you is to try and start the heal chain on the teammate with the lowest amount of health possible. If you do that, you ensure that everyone around you is getting the highest amount of heals possible. Something weird about his healing is that if you started on a teammate with high health, less health gets thrown around. So try to put it on someone who has taken damage. Okay, does that make sense? It's a lot, I know, but you have to know how to do it optimally in order to play Adam well. Remember how I was talking about having to play near other healers earlier? Well, because Adam's heals are on a cooldown, it means you can't sustain someone for very long. So, if you're alongside someone who can help with the sustain portion of the healing, it's super beneficial for everyone involved. Now, a way to provide some sustain for your team, and a way to counter a lot of attacks, is Adam's Soul Bond. Connecting up to 6 of your teammates together, it spreads the damage taken evenly amongst you. It can counter ults, help you make pushes, and give you the ability to fly. In this clip here, a big team fight happens. Neither me nor the White Fox in our team have our ults to counter, so I pop my Soul Bond. Our Daredevil then pops his ult with my Soul Bond, and we win the team fight. Soul Bond is a really powerful ability that can save you at the last second if timed correctly. Okay, to start, let me be clear, Adam is very much a support who can't necessarily deal out large amounts of damage, but can absolutely get picks. You have two options for damage, your primary fire and your secondary fire. Your primary fire is a hit scan attack that can headshot, dealing quite a bit of damage. Your secondary fire is a projectile attack that requires you to charge up to 5 of your ammo and release. Now look, these two abilities, on paper at least, may not seem like much. I mean, one's a really shitty hit scan with an incredibly unforgiving hurt box, and the other is, actually it's pretty good. It's got like no damage drop off. But the synergy they provide is genuinely scary and can be used to basically become a DPS. The first thing I need you all to learn is the one-shot combo. This combo single-handedly changes how Adam can deal with dive, poke, and all sorts of enemies. In order to do it, hold down your alternate fire until fully charged, release it, and immediately follow up with a shot or two from your primary. Hey, look, I'm sure this isn't that powerful, but I did kill their black cat here, and then I got a pick on the invis, and oh, Wanda, I'm so sorry you are in the presence of perfection. Seriously though, this combo is so good, dude, like, It's especially good at dealing with people who sit in the backline standing still. Look, no hate to Jeff mains at all, for the most part, but I have like 6 clips of me using the one-shot combo on you guys, and I don't know if it's because you're standing still or I'm going out of my way to get rid of you filth. Another important note for the combo, and for the alternate fire as a whole, learn how to lead your shots. A good way to work on this is by going into the practice range and practicing on these dummies. Oh, also, remember how I said that Adam is like an anti-dive hero? Let me illustrate to you as to why I think this. When people look at you, they think of a defenseless, sad being with no means of protecting himself. Basically, a fight with Adam is like fighting a tiny dog. I mean, just look at it. It's a tiny furry rat that can't do anything to you. Go on, Punisher, go fight him. As I said, a fight with Adam is like fighting a tiny yippy dog. Except in this case, tiny yippy dogs are omnipotent, all-knowing beings. Basically, what I'm saying here is that people underestimate you all the time, so use it. In this clip here, this Moon Knight sees his free kill. We play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie, but I know he's after me, so I pull back and he ceases to exist. Basically, when it comes to the offensive side of Adam, just be on the lookout for picks. If you're doing your job correctly, swapping between poke and backline, you can become an insane nuisance for the enemy team and win games. Adam Warlock's ultimate. Now, what makes this ultimate one of the best in the game? Well, the pure amount of clutch it can provide is it's insane. Like, it's basically the click Q to gain aura ultimate. Adam's ultimate allows any of his teammates who have died in the last 10 seconds to immediately come back. All teammates who come back have about half health along with some overshield, so it's really important to try and have all of your heals available right before popping. An ability that's really useful to pop right after is your Soul Bond. It can really help negate only having half of your health and provide some good sustain healing. Now, for as much of a chance you have to pop this ult and save your team, win the game, get all the hot babes, there's an equal part chance of getting absolutely slimed out after popping. Yeah, there's definitely a real risk-reward aspect of this ult, and using it wrong will just allow the other team to stat farm on you. To see who you can revive, look in the bottom right of your screen. You can also look around to see your teammates' floating heads. This is important because Adam only revives people within his ult's radius. You ideally want to pop behind cover, in a place that's maybe a little off to the side. Another really important note, and another reason you can pop from far away, is that the radius of your revive isn't strictly held within where you ulted, but where you are. This means if you pop your ult a ways away, you can just fly towards those floating heads and get them within your radius. This whole thing, it's Adam's X factor. You know, it's the reason you should pick him. You have to understand the power that you have. The power of giving your team a second chance. Giving your team a second chance is something completely unique about Adam, and you are required to become competent with it in order to play well. To show you an example, let's look at the beginning clip from the video. It's overtime, both teams are contesting the point until, yeah, you remember, we lose. But because of Adam's ultimate, everyone gets a second chance and we win. Understanding the importance and the power of a second chance is really important.
So try to keep that in mind when playing him.
Alright, now I'll give you some quick tips as to when you should pop. Adam in double support is actually pretty good, but if your other healer goes down, it all goes to shit. Bring your other support back as often as you can, but only if you're in a fight and you actively need that other healer. Same thing goes for triple support. Keep your supports alive for as long as you can. More often than not, a team fight boils down to who can heal who better. So keeping your heals up and alive is incredibly important. If you sense that your team isn't going to win this team fight, pop your ult early. Your ultimate's revive lasts 8 seconds, so if you can predict when they're going to die, you can really surprise the enemy with a counter push. And of course, finally, if you have no other moves, the last second clutch. If you're on last point, your team is dead, and you have nothing else, just pop and cross your fingers, it's worth a try. Understanding how his ultimate works is a key piece to truly mastering him. So hopefully these tips really helped. Alright, all I have left to tell you now are some miscellaneous things and topics that just didn't quite fit. The first thing that everyone needs to accept when it comes to playing Adam is sometimes you have to swap. When the enemy team is full of big burly men that aren't really susceptible to your ability to pick people off, swapping can be really beneficial. Generally, if the team is composed of Venom, Captain America, some very heavy dive, and your other healer just isn't quite keeping up, just make a swap to someone who can be better in that situation. And honestly, that's just good advice for Marvel Rivals in general. Please learn how to swap, everyone. I beg you. I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but headshots build up your healing. So if you're in some desperate need of quick heals, going for headshots can be beneficial. Especially against the new Devil Dinosaur, who is genuinely 50% head. And now for the classic show you've been waiting for. Did I mean to kill that guy? Oh, looks like I'm in a 1v1 versus a Deadpool, and oh no, the Wanda is dead. Well, we'll go to the next one now. Let's check it if I can get this Gambit. Oh, Star-Lord! Oh, and am I going for this Jeff? Of course I am. I hate that guy. That concludes our show for today, people. Stay tuned for next time. And done. I really do hope you all enjoyed. This video is a little bit on the longer side, so I do apologize, but, you know, please subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. If you guys want me to talk about another character, please put them in the comments below. Anyways, until next time.